Alright, traders, so today is Europe CPI, Eurozone CPI, and it's after 16 minutes. The time is 5:43 New York local time, and we are going to analyze BTC for USD and try to find something interesting and see if there is going to be any kind of opportunity for this event. So let's start with the weekly event, weekly time frame. And the first thing that I can see here is that we have a very small weekly fair value gap just below the last week. The date, I forgot to mention the date. Today we are the 18th of March 2024, and let's continue. Let's see what else can we see here. We are going to mark the last week low as a sell side liquidity and the last week's high again as a buy side liquidity. A lot of people who are short maybe are putting their stop losses above this, not the last week, but the week before high. So let's mark this also. And we can mark the previous all-time high level like this. And I think this is all for the weekly chart. Now let's continue to the daily time frame and see what is the daily time frame telling us. Before continue to the smaller time frames. So if I have to be honest, nothing clear here to see. This day's low and this candle's low are relevantly equal, so the price dipped below, took the liquidity and bounced. Let's see something else. The price have pushed the yesterday's high, which is this high here on that candle, and nothing too obvious to see here. Really, nothing too obvious to see. So let's continue to the 4-hour time frame and see what's happening there. So the first thing that I can notice is this inversion fair value gap on the 4-hour time frame. I'm gonna be removing this and this. I don't think. I will not remove the last all-time high, the last cycle. I'm gonna be leaving it there because it's a pretty interesting level for liquidity above and below. So this 4-hour time frame fair value gap was inversion, and the price tested it and continue further down. So this is kind of already played his part. Let's see something more obvious on this 4-hour time frame. You can see that we have a fair value gap here, which we have felt close below. The price felt close below for now. We still have 2 hours of the last candle before the closure. And if I have to be honest, there is almost nothing to see here. Nothing too obvious. The only one, some kind of obvious level, is the last high here, which is also in line with the last all-time high of the last cycle, around 69,000. And those two highs here are relevantly equal. So we can just mark it like this, just to have it in mind that it's very possible to see the price spike above them before eventually continue down to this weekly fair value gap. So let's go to the 1-hour time frame and see if there is something obvious here. And I can see that this 1-hour candle here, high of the 1 hour here, is also equal with those two candles. Again, relevantly equal highs. Something else. Oh, here is a 1 hour inversion fair value gap here, and also a not tested 1 hour fair value gap. This. We also have again 1 hour inversion fair value gap here, but I don't put much weight on it, if I have to be honest, for supporting the price right here, and the price is right into it, so I won't be using it for now. I think if after 6 minutes, if the price closes below it, maybe there's a chance to see the price continue to these two fair value gaps down here. So on the 1 hour time frame, this is all that I can see here now. These two relevant equal highs, which if the price break above them, it's very possible to go even higher. If we see something like this, maybe the price will go all the way to this high here before eventually it got rejected and fall down. Also on the 1 hour time frame, we are having this inversion fair value gap here, which I'm not sure the price will go all the way up to, but it's possible. There's a small chance that the price can make some kind of a move, but this have to be this move have to be made on a very impactful event, and right now this event it's not so impactful, and it's very unlikely to see the price push all the way to up here. If we have to be real, this high, those two highs here, and eventually above those two here, it's very possible. Maybe later, if the price starts trending up, it will spike all the way to this 1 hour fair value gap up here. But for now, I don't put much weight on it. Right now, I'm bearish, and I think there's a lower prices to come before continuing to the upside eventually. Okay. Yeah, I think it's very possible to see the price fall to this fair value gap down here, but maybe not right now. For now, maybe just ranging more of a sideways until Wednesday, when we have I think FOMC meeting or interest rates discussion. So let's go to the 15 minutes time frame and see what's going on here. I'm not gonna be putting so much weight on this 1 hour time frame fair value gap up here, but on this 15 minute it's way more likely, but it's too far away for now. I'm gonna be just marking it like this to have it in mind. And down here I'm gonna be moving this a bit lower for this 15 minute inversion fair value gap, because in my experience those one are working more than the 1 hour So here, what we have here, we have took this liquidity with this move up. Drop all the way to this small inversion fair value gap here. Bouncing back up again, pushing this last high here. Down to these lows here, and now this was the 1 hour inversion. I don't put much weight on this. I'm gonna be removing it. So those two highs are still in the cards. I still think there's a chance to see the price spike all the way up. We have 30 seconds before the price, before the event. Nothing too obvious here for a trade. Nothing too obvious. Let's see some other indicators that I'm using. And the events, we are right at the event, but we are not seeing any kind of a reaction from the market right now, from the BTC. We are exactly at the moving averages levels right here, so there's nothing that can pull the price in some kind of a direction. For now, just this equal highs up here, and we can remove all of the stuff that we have drawn and leave only those two highs and those two up here. Nothing happened on the this event. The event has just strike and everything is as expected. Nothing unexpected here. And nothing to see in the price. In that case, we are just standing aside and not taking any kind of action. So if I have to make some predictions where this price can go for today, I think one of the levels are up here and the other ones are down here. So if I have to be taking some kind of a trade, I will be maybe entering somewhere here on this 5-minute inversion fair value gap. With a stop loss above here, this guy here, and eventual target down here somewhere. So this is what I think is very possible to see today, this scenario. But there's nothing too obvious for me. There is on the one side those relevantly equal highs here and here, but if the price came up here, then only those two fair value gaps here, inversion fair value gaps on the 50-minute and the 1 hour, are not enough for me to get into a trade, or this weekly fair value gap down here. This is not enough for me for pulling the price to these levels here. And I'm not I don't want to take any trades for now at that point. If we were having maybe this moving average around these levels here, and maybe this midnight New York open level also around here, some kind of equal lows here also, then this level would have been pretty interesting for me for pulling the price towards here. And then maybe I would have been considering, after a very big very fast move to the upside on some kind of an event or around event, maybe 1 hour around the event, and I mean 3-star event like this, at least, possibly into the New York session. And see the fast spike up here, then a very sharp rejection after reaching these highs here. Then I will be maybe considering taking a position towards these levels down here. But we are not having any kind of a moving average here. We also don't have New York midnight open somewhere here, and we don't have any visual liquidity levels where people stops maybe resting below. And this will be all for today, or at least for now. We'll see what is the price going to do after New York session opens, and then maybe I will make another video of recapping what the price did later today. So thank you for watching, hope you found this helpful, and see you on the next video. Bye for now.